What is up, heroes? This is Midnight Zero, and welcome back to Let's Play Danganronpa. In the last episode, holy crap,
Everything is happening!
All the things are happening. We're trying to figure out what is going on with Kirigiri, her past, everything surrounding the school, how Alter Ego saved us, how we've been living, well, Snorlax style, really.
Yeah,
but
sleeping in this garbage dump, and Kirigiri, oh, she was so cute with the ramen.
I know.
On her head, that was adorable.
Adorable. Anyways, let's dig into this. You said you had a reason for doing all that investigating on your own. So, how'd that turn out? Were you able to remember anything?
I think there's still a lot I don't remember, but at the very least, I was finally able to recall my purpose and my ability.
Yo, let's see this.
My
You mentioned your ability.
What's the ultimate, which
Alright.
is a super duper high school?
What do you think? Super duper detective?
I think, yeah, detective spy, some version of that.
Yeah. My ability, what everyone should have known me for. I'm the ultimate detective. Hey,
We're
we
so
call
good
that.
at this.
Hashtag feeling like L. Hashtag feeling like Kirigiri. I'm the ultimate detective. The ultimate detective?
And the reason I came to Hope's Peak Academy, there was someone I had to find here in the school.
Huh? You had to find someone? Who?
Well, it was the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy.
The headmaster?
He's her father.
Why did you want to find the headmaster?
Oh my gosh!
Yo, hashtag feeling like L.
Hashtag feeling like Kirigiri because he's my father.
Oh my god, that's crazy. That's right, didn't she mention that her father was like an undercover spy or something like that?
Yeah, she was like, my parents were spies, and then I think also she was like really, really flustered every time someone mentioned the headmaster. So that's why I was like, okay, he's probably her father.
Gotcha. Wow.
And it's like a man in his late 40s, so it makes sense that he'd have like a teenage daughter.
Makes sense. Wow. So why would the headmaster go through with killing his daughter?
Yeah, why would he put her in the game?
Well, maybe the headmaster isn't the
mastermind.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
That's why she was like, I'm sure the headmaster isn't the mastermind.
Right.
Oh my god.
Okay. What?
I was separated from him as a child. As it turns out, he became the headmaster of Hope's Peak.
Kirigiri's dad is Hope's Peak's master? Then that explains when Alter Ego told us how he thought the headmaster was involved.
I'll find a way.
Hmm?
No matter what it takes, I will find the headmaster. No matter the cost. Kirigiri, what's going on? My memory hadn't come back at that point, but when he said that, I felt strange. It makes perfect sense now, of course, since my whole purpose for coming here was to find him.
That makes sense.
But listen, Nagi, I want to make this perfectly clear, so there's no misunderstanding. I said the headmaster wasn't the mastermind, but I didn't say that to protect him. I only said what I felt based on what I'd seen when I snuck into the headmaster's room.
Then what did you see in there?
The room had been ransacked, the shelves were a mess, the desk drawers jumped on the floor. The only conclusion is that someone who didn't know where anything was had been in there.
Huh. You mean the mastermind, right?
That was my assumption, yes. And to confirm my suspicion, I decided to investigate the second floor of the dorms using the key I'd found.
But why there?
Because I also found this in the headmaster's room.
This is some kind of map.
It's a layout of the entirety of Hope's Peak Academy. I found it in the headmaster's room, along with Ixaba's profile and that key. The map showed that the second floor was home to a number of rooms meant for faculty use. Some of the staff must have had to stay overnight from time to time, and I figured the headmaster would have some kind of private room there. I assumed if that were true, then that room would likely hold more clues, so I went to check. And that's when I finally remembered. I remembered that my purpose was to find the owner of that room.
Huh. So you went there to see if the headmaster really did have a private room there.
But once I got there, I noticed that the second floor of the dorms didn't have any cameras or monitors.
So what was it like? That part of the school, I mean.
It's hard to describe. All I can say is, the moment I saw it, I realized,
You also still need to figure out what was going on with the tragedy.
yeah, whatever's going on in the school is more horrific than we had ever imagined.
Well, what do you mean?
I can't explain it. You need to see it for yourself, and I'm sure you'll get the chance soon enough.
Sounds like it must be important. And really ominous.
So I'll get it again.
Yep, I guess so.
Of course, once I got to the second floor of the dorms, there was no cameras and no monitors, which is why I had no idea what was going on in the rest of the building.
It has to do with Ixabamukuro, doesn't it?
Just to be perfectly clear, I didn't kill her. And I know it wasn't you either.
I know you're right, but that just means everyone but you and me had an alibi, so then who did kill her?
What I can say for sure is that the mastermind is directly involved. To begin with, the point of the class trial of Ixabamukuro was to get me killed.
Get you killed?
I stole that key and disappeared, and in retaliation they wanted to draw me out and eliminate me. That was the point of the class trial.
It was?
The mastermind knew they couldn't interfere directly.
You mean because of the school regulations?
Exactly.
With minimal restrictions, you are free to explore Hope's Peak Academy at your discretion.
The mastermind is adamant about following the rules, and with that rule in place, they couldn't step in. Since they couldn't kill me themselves, they tried to use the class trial to do it.
The mastermind couldn't step in because of the rules. That makes it sound like the mastermind themselves is somehow bound by the school regulations.
There's one other thing I'd like to point out about the murder of Ikesaba Mukuro.
What's that?
There was a point where Ikesaba may not have become the victim?
Is she talking about the feverish night?
Maybe.
Yeah.
It could have been you, Nike.
I could have been the victim?
You know what I'm talking about, right?
Do you mean during the night?
I could hear them, you know? The footsteps of the god of death.
What?
I can hear the god of death as he moves. That ability naturally draws me into cases, just like this. Which is exactly what happened with you. I was in the dorms, and I had a sudden sense of dread. I looked down the stairwell, and I saw a white shadow cross the corridor. I gave chase right away. As I followed it, I saw the shadow go into your room.
Oh.
I ran into your room, and I saw what was happening. I interviewed immediately, of course. That wasn't the end of things, of course. I stopped them, but that led to... Whoever the masked assailant was, they ended up dead. And their murder was disguised, and the dojo key wound up in my room. It all had to be the work of the mastermind in an attempt to use the class trial to eliminate me.
Yet. So all this would mean that whoever killed Ikesaba is also the mastermind, right?
I don't have conclusive evidence, but that's what I think.
But that's really bad if true. It means the mastermind can kill whoever they want if they feel like it. Wait, but doesn't that create another contradiction? The mastermind wanted to use the class trial to try and kill you because they couldn't interfere, right?
You're right, that is a contradiction. And it's not just Ikesaba. They needed the class trial to kill me, but seemed ready to kill you in your room. Everything I did is a contradiction.
So, what does it all mean?
It means that the mastermind is the one who's been cornered. Huh. Just a little more. A little more, and I should be able to figure out the mastermind's identity. The identity of the other ultimate despair.
The other ultimate despair?
The mastermind?
Maybe. The other ultimate despair?
There's no doubt that Ikesaba was the ultimate despair, and that she's dead. But I don't think the ultimate despair is just one person.
It's not?
If you think about it, the ultimate despair seems to implicate whoever caused that event.
You're talking about...
What happened a year ago. The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history.
The tragedy. Whoever's responsible for that. They're the ultimate despair?
That despicable group whose only purpose and motivation comes from despair. Then they're... Make no mistake. They're the root of all the evil that has forced us to go through this. That is the ultimate despair. And that is our real enemy.
Hype. Huh. Interesting. To be continued.
I guess chapter 6 is all just like investigative.
I guess so. You received the Dream Island rocket present. Huh? I guess, yeah, we'll save. Might as well. The ultimate despair. A group of people who caused the tragedy 1 year ago. That's right, I don't know if it was on recording or not, but I was talking about you with Monokuma, and how we said that the Monokuma isn't like just one person, right?
It's like
and it's like a board of people that collectively decided that. Those same people put together this killing game and began broadcasting it around the world. The most desperately awful group of people ever. That is the Mastermind's true identity. Our enemy has finally been revealed. But right now,
we have to get out of this horrific place. Figuring out the rest of the story can come after.
Yeah, you're right. So we talked to Kirigiri again?
Like, probably.
Kirigiri, do you still have that one thing? Monokuma's secret tool that you got from the headmaster's room?
Of course I do. It's an absolutely vital part of ensnaring the mastermind. I would never part with it.
And it can open any door in the school, right?
That's right.
Then we should be able to use that on the door, right? Oh, okay. Cool. Hey, Kirigiri, can we use that key of yours to open this door, right?
Let's find out.
Kirigiri took out the key with the Monokuma design on it and slid it into the keyhole. And then... hide.
Right.
Yes, it opened. Doesn't mean we're safe just yet, but...
And now we can get out of here. Let's go.
Yeah, I wonder where this leads to. Sounds good. We quickly opened the door and made our escape from the garbage pit. Finally. We were finally free. There wasn't even time to take a breath of relief, because the real fight had just begun. Chapter 6, hype!
Oh my
ultimate
gosh,
pain, ultimate
ultimate-
suffering, ultimate despair, ultimate execution,
Ultimate death? Wow, those are not
Wow.
happy adjectives.
No kidding. After leaving the garbage pit, we found ourselves in a tunnel extending straight up like a chimney. There's a metal ladder leading up into the tunnel. We started climbing the ladder intent on reaching the surface. That blacked out skirt, though.
I know, right? Schrodinger's panties. That's like a Konosuba reference. A Reddit Konosuba reference.
The ladder was impossibly long. I couldn't even see where it ended. We climbed into darkness. The passage was so dark and cramped, I couldn't even see my own feet beneath me. I had no idea we were so far down.
Don't lose your footing. If you slip, I won't be able to catch you.
Yikes. Yeah, I'll be careful. But now that you said that, I'm getting kinda nervous. Maybe talking will help keep my mind off of it.
Aw.
I love this little, like...
That's like a
bubble.
little talk bubble, yeah.
So Kirigiri, there's something I wanted to ask you. You said you're the ultimate detective, right? So, how long have you been doing detective work?
How long? Ever since I can remember. I come from a long line of detectives. Detective work is in my blood. There was a time when being a detective was considered a sacred duty. My family has always seen it that way.
Then, is your family famous?
Quite the opposite, actually. Even among actual detectives, many people haven't heard of us.
Huh? But how come? It's like your family tradition, right? So, I mean, if you're a good enough detective, you
No
probably
one knows you're
don't
a
want to be
detective.
found.
Because we take pride in it.
Pride?
A detective is neither light nor shadow. We represent neither justice nor evil. That is how we can uncover the absolute truth. We stand neutral in all things, and to do that, we have to stand separate from the rest of society. Which is why we've made a conscious effort to conceal our existence.
A conscious effort?
That's kind of old-fashioned, but I can say it's entirely rational.
And
I can't say it's entirely rational. Sorry. But it's our family creed, and we do what we must to protect it. Because, like I said, it's our source of pride.
Pride. So that explains... Before I came here, when I was looking up info about the school online, I never saw anything about her. Because she hid herself on purpose, to protect the pride of her family.
And yet, I gave up some of that pride.
Huh?
In order to enter Hope's Peak, I had to reveal myself to the school. I did it knowing it was something a true Kirigiri detective would never do.
Also, that's the first time they've used, like, Kirigiri in the English version. As, like,
Really?
a last
Yeah.
name, right?
Oh, yeah.
So it's like a true Kirigiri detective, like,
Yeah.
in her, like,
Even though we've been
family
saying
line.
Kirigiri this whole time,
I
like, I
know.
don't think we've ever called her Kyoko.
Yeah. But the reason you gave up that pride, the reason you would go so far to enter Hope's Peak, it was because that's how much you wanted to reconnect with your dad, right? There's no shame in that. I don't know if it's wanting to reconnect. She might be trying to, like, convict him at this point.
Oh, maybe. Reconnect? I had absolutely no desire to reconnect with my father.
Huh? But you'd be reuniting with your father after all those years. You would have had so much to talk about.
There's nothing I want to talk to my father about. There is something I want to say to him, though.
Screw you!
Yeah.
What?
No matter what it takes, I have to find him and tell him face to face.
Well, what is it?
I want to sever all ties with him.
Sever?
The last time I saw him, I was still very young, so I don't remember myself, but apparently he was extremely intelligent. He was in line to become the next head of the Kirigiri family. He was talented. He had a promising future. But he had no interest in detective work. So he cut himself off from the family. Not long after that, my mother died, and he simply ran away. He went to my grandfather, and they had this huge argument. And young as I was, he left me behind.
I'm sure there was a reason for that. I'm sure your dad wanted to take you with him.
If that's true, then I need to thank him. Thank him for leaving me. Because unlike him, I take pride in the work I do. I take pride in my family name. So every last part of me is happy he didn't take me with him. If I'd gone with him, I never would have had the chance to become a detective.
I was above Kirigiri on the ladder, so I wasn't able to see her expression. Laddering, though? So I couldn't tell. I couldn't see how she looked when she said that. What she might have been feeling. All I could tell was that compared to her usual self, she was more talkative and more emotional.
I don't blame him, you know. He had his own life to live. That's what anyone in my position might say, right? But it's not true. But there's one thing. One thing I can never forgive.
Really?
The way everyone else looked at me. I was never sad about being left behind. Like I said, I think it was a good thing. But when the rest of my family looked at me, they saw something different. They only saw me as a little girl that was abandoned by her father. That's how they see me even to this day. His shadow has been following me my entire life. I'm sick of it. I need him out of my life. I need to step out of his shadow. That's why I have to find him and tell him we're no longer family. In order to settle the past. In order to remove him from my life forever. I have no doubt he forgot about me years ago.
But your family, to just cut him out like that.
Our only connection is through blood, nothing more. Are we connected by heart and soul? No. Is blood really enough to call someone family?
Only connected by blood, not by heart or soul. I was so shocked to hear her say something like that. I didn't know how to respond. So instead, I said nothing. I just kept climbing the ladder in complete silence. And after I don't know how long, he finally reached the top. Wow.
Man,
that
it's a really
exposition.
interesting exposition on what is family.
Yeah, no, that's great. Also, yeah, this game has just been making so much great social commentary. It makes you think on a deeper level, in addition to an incredibly superficially interesting story too.
Yeah.
But looks like this is it. The other side of the door.
Hope's Peak is waiting for us. No problem.
Hopefully they're like, oh shoot, it's locked. Gotta go all the way back down. We're back. I can almost guarantee you in the Japanese version that is Tadaima.
Yeah. Although I don't know, because Tadaima is implying that you're home, and I don't think consider Hope's Peak their home.
That's true.
Remember that hatch on the ground near the trash room? I'm fairly certain that's where we'll come out.
Oh.
I unlocked it earlier, so it should open without much trouble. Thank God, Kirigiri.
Yeah, no kidding. Well, here goes nothing. I reach my right hand up and push against the hatch.
Yay, it opened.
The hatch opened with ease, and so... close that hatch and just lay on the ground. You're probably so tired.
Yeah.
Looks like we're back.
But I can't believe how long that ladder was. I'm exhausted.
This is Kirigiri exhausted.
Yeah.
Can't exactly say we're safe and sound, but at least we're out of here. Yeah, no kidding, now they're just back in the school under the view of the mastermind slash headmaster, and they were supposed to be dead.
Yeah.
Now we're back in Hope's Peak Academy. Kirigiri, thank you. I never would have gotten out of there without you.
No thanks necessary. I was just returning the favor. So let's talk to her?
Talk to Kirigiri again? So now what do we do? Glad I didn't die, of course, but if the mastermind finds out, and I'm worried about you too, you helped me, so they might... Are we gonna go to the second floor?
You're worried?
Yeah, of course.
Then let's just get a concrete answer.
Huh?
Let's ask Monokuma if there's a problem with you escaping. Oh my god. Monokuma.
Taking the problem right to him.
I know, right?
Hey, remember this guy you wanted dead? Yeah, is it alright if he's alive?
It's okay.
Oh yeah, no big deal. Don't worry about it. Well, wait, that's...
If we try to hide, it's only a matter of time till we find out. And it's not like we can run away.
She said that she pointed at the nearby surveillance camera. So you're saying rather than stressing out over getting caught, we should just give up now?
Don't worry. What you think is going to happen isn't. Because the mastermind is the one that's ensnared.
The mastermind is ensnared. I said something like that before. What does it mean?
The mastermind stood exposed during the investigation into Ikusaba's death. There was a moment where the mastermind let their guard down.
There was?
You can talk to Monokuma. You can confirm it. And it'll be better for us if we go to him directly before he tracks us down. That should help with our negotiations.
Just a little, super uneasy about this. But we don't really have a choice, do we? What do you think is this moment where he let his guard down?
Yeah.
Or she, rather.
Who's the mastermind? I think maybe the mastermind's one of the other students.
It's possible. I could see it. What if it's Hagakure?
Dude, that's actually what I was thinking. I was like, what if it's Hagakure?
Just the ultimate plot twist. Makes no sense. But
he's
it's
dumb
not
as rocks.
It's not like you can't.
But he hasn't also. He's also one of the only people who hasn't shown his talent ever.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. That would be so funny. Lol. But we don't really have a choice, do we?
Monokuma should be in the gym.
Get swole.
Let's get going. Let's get go.
Ikimashou. Alright, so we're heading over to the gym. I guess we'll head on over.
Oh my gosh.
I haven't seen this floor in forever.
I know, we're just Jay chilling on the first floor.
Jay chilling. Everyone should be chilling on the 5th floor. Oh, there isn't a new floor to unlock or anything like that. Oh wait, is the gym over here?
I think the
No,
gym
yeah,
is
it's-
back there, right?
It's on this side of the academy.
Yeah.
Huh. Well, welcome
so
back.
weird.
This is so strange. I feel like I don't belong. Like I shouldn't be
Yeah,
here
like
right now.
we should be done with this.
Yes. Huh.
Oh my gosh, my heart. I'm just like. This is so intense.
I agree. And where is everyone else?
Yeah, where is everyone else?
I don't know. What are they doing?
Maybe they're all in the gym with Monokuma.
Yeah,
Also,
maybe.
why did Kirigiri know Monokuma was in the gym?
True that. Hey. Kirigiri, I don't mind so much. But Naigi's supposed to be dead. What's he doing here? That's exactly how I thought he'd react. Are we really gonna be okay? You're supposed to be punished. Did Kirigiri help you?
So what if I did? What will you do?
If the guilty party is exposed during the class trial, they alone will be executed. It's unfortunate, but that is the rule. So now I gotta punish you again, and this time I won't leave anything to chance. Kirigiri.
Do whatever you feel you.
What? Maybe she's trying to like irk him or like egg him on into like revealing.
Something.
She's like, oh yeah, if that's what you have to do that much to feel good. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
But before you do, let me just say one thing. If you execute Nagi, that means you lose. Not that that matters to you, right?
Huh? I lose? You explain yourself. What do you mean by that?
Well, if you set up this latest class trial yourself, right? I was getting in your way, so you wanted an excuse to kill me. I was supposed to be chosen as the blackened and then executed, right?
Hey, what are you talking about?
But when Nagi chose to overlook my lie, your plan came crashing down. The results of the trial weren't at all what you were expecting, because you never imagined in that position one person would protect another like that. And in response to that unexpected development,
We like represent like the hope that he's trying to crush.
this is so sad because the first time we did this, we exposed a lie.
I know.
So it's like, oh, this is so
It's like
cute,
all this
but
credit
actually,
for this
like,
decision we didn't make.
Yeah, for the decision we were forced to make that we didn't actually choose it at first.
Uh,
You reacted by proclaiming Nagi the blackened and trying to execute him. You made the choice out of desperation. No, more than that. You must have realized that Nagi, who refused to be manipulated, was a threat to you as well. But then there was another unexpected development waiting for you. An entity that would throw a wrench, so to speak, in your precious execution machinery.
alter ego.
You never imagined the possibility of a being that could come to our aid even after you'd killed it. Now here's the absolute truth. Nagi didn't kill Ixaba, you did.
Dot, dot, dot.
So executing Nagi for it would surely be a violation of your rules, which I know you love so much. If the blackened is exposed, they alone will be executed. That's what you told us, right?
And that means I lose? You talk a big game. You're saying the blackened is me and not Nike? And you can prove this, right?
No, I can't.
Don't just say it like that. What is this, a comedy routine to make such bold claims without a shred of evidence?
I don't have any right now, but with a little more time, I guarantee I'll find some. Because no matter how deeply you try to bury it, there is only ever one absolute truth.
And now you're trying to talk like some kind of famous detective type?
I mean, if Nagi really was the killer, he never would have come to you willingly like this. He would have feared for his life, fearing another execution. He would have tried to run and hide. He would have been gripped by the despair you so love to inspire. But here we are, confronting you with nothing but hope in our hearts.
And that's supposed to be enough to convince me in the absence of evidence?
It's not you I'm trying to convince. If you were to execute Nagi right now, everyone out there watching this would be extremely displeased.
Huh?
Imagine what everyone out there would think if you killed Nagi. They would assume that you killed him because what we said is exactly right. Despair can never kill hope.
Ooh. Kirigiri laying it down for Monokuma.
Of course, you could say we're just making all this up. You're welcome to prove us wrong. No, you have no choice but to prove it. Because if you kill Nagi without proving your own innocence, you'll be accepting your own defeat.
Ooh.
So
She's got him.
If you want to earn our despair fair and square, then I suggest you take my advice.
So, what is this advice of yours?
Do Ixaba's trial over again. Only this time, you follow the school's regulations to ensure a fair trial.
Do you remember in the intro when they show the vote guilty thing and it's Monokuma?
There's a Monokuma choice.
There is.
It's time for one last showdown, one final battle between hope and despair. Well, that would make for a proper climax, wouldn't you say?
fair trial. One last showdown. In other words, this would be our chance to expose the true identity of Ikusaba's killer, of the mastermind themselves. But what reason would the mastermind have to accept the challenge? They'll probably just execute me without another word. No, for all the stuff that Kirigiri just said. Of course, Nagi. Come on, man. Interesting. Very interesting indeed.
Oh my gosh, the bear puns.
Very? Oh, I was getting bored, so I decided to change things up a little. So, time for bear jokes. Now, you've suggested might be plausible.
Oh my god.
It would certainly make for one honey of a climax.
Does that mean you accept?
If we do things your way, that'll be enough to convince you and the viewers, right? And it would cause you unbearable despair, right? Then I am prepared to agree to your terms. Will your hope win out, or will my despair claim victory? Let's have one final grisly showdown. He agreed, and we still have a shot at this. But this is the long-awaited climax, right? Just guessing the killer is barely a fitting end. So the final face-off, you'll have to unearth all the mysteries that have been buried here.
God.
Huh? All the mysteries? That's right, every last mystery that's pawing around the school. If you can do that. So we're talking like even the tragedy and
yeah,
like
the tragedy, everything.
where it is, all that. And that'll be enough to qualify as a victory for you.
That's what we've been trying to do all along.
Okay, well good, then let's bear it all. If you can claw your way to the truth of Ikusaba's death and solve the mysteries of this school, then you win. But if you can't do all of that,
We'll all face execution, right?
I can barely contain my excitement. When you learn the whole truth, what kind of despair will you show me?
We're as excited as you are, I'm sure. When we've uncovered every last truth, how will the ultimate despair reveal their own despair?
I honestly can't believe how this has all turned out.
But before we get started, I want to clarify one more thing. Do you remember the rule? When one student kills another, that's when a class trial is held.
I remember that, for sure. So what?
I just want to confirm, that is what you said, right? And it's a true statement?
So, that means that because Monokuma killed a student before and there was a class trial, Monokuma is a student. You don't have to be so suspicious. I've said it before, but it bears repeating. Everything is based on the school regulations, and having a trial for Ikusabe is no exception to that. Ikusaba's trial is no exception, then it's part of the regulations, which would have to mean that whoever killed Ikusaba. It's a very polarizing approach, I know, but okay, enough puns. Anyway, here's a hint. I'm sure I told you this already, but this killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. And the only people to take a single step in Hope's Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students. What?
That means someone's... Oh my gosh.
This means the mastermind is a student.
Yo, I think it's Hakakure.
Oh my god, if it's Hakakure...
I think maybe he has like an ability, because he's a clairvoyant, like he can control things, like, while also being like in person, but also be able to control something else. I don't know. This is just me.
This is a
just
lot.
Hakakure
This is a
has
lot.
a purpose this entire time that I feel like he's a mastermind.
Yeah, no, I feel that too, though.
Are you telling the truth?
Why'd he go quiet all of a sudden? I'm done talking. I got nothing left to say to you. So get lost, would ya? Why so mad?
He seems emotionally unstable.
Leave me alone. Get out of here. Oh, okay, I'm going. You're really gonna let me go? I don't even care anymore. You're all gonna get your punishment later anyway. I need to start getting it ready. A super duper extra special punishment. Overflowing with despair.
Come on, Nagi. Let's go.
Alright.
Oh my
Wow.
god. Dude, this is like the most ultimate, like, chapter
Danganronpa
ever.
intensifies.
Yeah, actually.
Monokuma's unstable laughter seemed to cling to us as we walked away, and just like that, we were out of the gym. And so, the investigation into
everything.
Into the everything.
Yeah.
Monokuma, how
Monokuma, where
killed
we are,
Ikusabe,
what the purpose of this was, what the ultimate tragedy was.
who
like,
the headmaster is.
like, everything.
Everything. But guess what?
We're gonna do that in the next episode.
Oh my god, cliffhanger hype! Anyways, I hope you guys are enjoying this. If you're pumped, hit that like button and share it with friends. I know it's obviously really late in the series, but I appreciate all the support you guys give me. This game, this series, this Let's Play. All of you guys come along the ride. So fun. And it's still going. But until the next episode, this has been Midnight Zero. And this mission is complete.
Danganronpa.